Okay, when you log into Canvas, this is what you'll see. And this is the home page. This is where you will land when you log in. And I have set it up so that this is the page you're going to be working from. I've taken out some of the shortcuts to go to the discussions or the quizzes. I want you working from this modules page. The announcements at the top keep you up to date. I'll probably post at least one announcement each week. Over here, you'll be reminded of things that you need to do. Module 0 is the course information. Course overview. Here's a copy of the syllabus. The minimum technical skills. Please note you need to be able to work with word processing files. So, I don't know if your smartphone will do that. You need all 3 volumes of the textbook. Communicate message using Canvas. Here's your link to the Canvas inbox, and you can contact me that way. Course schedule, this is where we'll be as we go through the semester. All I've got up now on Canvas is Module 1, but the rest is listed here, and I'll have it online shortly. The grading information on this page comes straight out of your syllabus. Here is the rubric that I'll be using to look at your discussion submissions. Notice that if your answer doesn't show me that you read the assignments, did the lesson, you're not going to get much in the way of credit. This page is simply a little information about me. One of the things that doesn't happen with an internet course is that we don't get to bond and build relationships the way we get to in a face-to-face class. And so this is to try to cover and make up for a little bit of that. The guts, though, starts Module 1, which is the first thing you'll be doing. There's only one lesson in it, and this is one of the places where this video will be on this page. Obviously, it's not there now because I haven't finished making this video yet. And don't skip over all of this stuff and go straight to the submission. A lot of students want to do that, but all you're doing there is pooling ignorance. All of this material is relevant, and you need to know it before you can answer the question right. In this case, you need to read the syllabus. Here is, and if you click on that link, I'm going to just open it with my browser. And again, that's another place for you to see the syllabus and all of its information. This is another video where I go over the syllabus with you. You can start it by simply clicking on it. Okay, so you see how that works. Beneath that, this is where this video will go. But I also want you to look at these resources on plagiarism and research, literary terms, because that's going to be on your exam at the end. A little bit about writing about religion, because we're looking at religion texts. And there is a link here to plagiarism.org that I want you to look around this page some. Because I want what you submit in your discussion to be your own words. I don't want stuff you get off Wikipedia or Course Hero or Sparks Notes. That's going to get you a 0. Okay. And then you respond to the discussion by, as it asks, explain in your own words what you need to do to be successful in this course. Okay. I want to make sure you understood what the course requirements are, what the expectations are, how you're going to be graded, and how you plan to avoid plagiarism in submitting your discussions. And you submit by hitting the reply button. And you have to reply yourself before you can see what other students have submitted. Just saying I agree with so and so doesn't tell me that you have learned anything. Then we'll go into Module 2, the Ancient Near East. Um, after Module 1, each module will have kind of an overview page about that module, what we're going to be studying, and what each lesson is about. The first lesson about the literature. Notice the due date. Tells you what you need to read. In Volume A, the Introduction to Ancient Mediterranean and Near Eastern Literature, the introduction to the section on creation and the cosmos, the literary selection Great Hymn to the Aten, and a series of additional readings. This one is a PDF I made of a slideshow about ancient Egypt. So you see a map with the cities on it. Notice everybody was living along the Nile. A chronology. This gives you an idea of the span of ancient Egyptian history, and then it, information about um, Egyptian beliefs about life and death, and so on. Some additional readings. Again, don't skip over. You need to do all of the readings. You need to watch the video. It will help you better understand the literature, but it does not substitute for reading it. You need to do both. It's not one or the other. Now, what I'm doing in this video is I'm walking you through some of these selections. The Hymn to the Aten, the creation story, and some of the other literature. And then what I'm asking you to do in this lesson is to take the approach that you've seen me use in this video and apply it yourself to one of the Leiden hymns, and that's in this file here. Two hymns, three hymns. Um, you know, actually, there's four hymns there for you to you pick one of them and explain what you think it's saying, or um, one of the selections on this one, the autobiography of Rechmi Ray, which is an inscription from Rechmi Ray's tomb of what he is going to say when he stands before Osiris in judgment. Um, that's something that PDF on ancient Egypt talks about, and that selection is the last thing in this PDF. In the video, I talk about some of these, about the first one there. The last one is one that you can use to reply, explaining what this text means. And again, I'm expecting you to draw on what I've explained to you in this PDF on ancient Egypt and in the video. Now I'm going to skip down a little bit because I want to give an specific example of why it's important to work your way through the lesson. And that's this one. Part of what we're doing in this lesson is going to be the book of Job. One of the things that I stress in the video is that a lot of people misunderstand the book of Job because they see a character called the Satan or the accuser, and to them that means the devil. Problem is that at the time the book of Job is written, Hebrew religion had not developed the concept of the devil yet. And I mentioned that in my video. I give you a short explanation of that, which is actually, I'm going to have to fix that link. Um, okay, I'll have to. Um, an article by a rabbi explaining the history of the concept. Remember, at the time the book of Job is written, there are 0 Christians in the world. It is not a Christian book, it's a Jewish book. When I get down and the discussion question asks you about the book of Job, if you start talking about the devil, what you're telling me is that you did not watch the video, you didn't do the lesson. The lesson is what takes the place of the classroom. Okay? And so you're going to get, out of the 12 points on this assignment, you're going to wind up getting 1 point. So don't do that. Okay, in addition to the lessons, I've got some optional student aids, some resources that may help you for further reading, okay, on Egypt and Mesopotamia in this case. I've got some videos. If you, and this is if you want to learn more. Okay? Because if you graduate from Grambling without developing an interest in lifelong learning, if all you learn is what we make you learn in order to pass a test, you have not really succeeded in getting an education. This particular module has 2 reading quizzes. The first one covers Egypt and Mesopotamia. The second one covers the Hebrew Bible, what Christians call the Old Testament. And I want to emphasize on these that cell phones don't always work with these quizzes. I do not know why, because I don't know how any of this stuff works online. But I've had students have problems with that in the past. Now, notice the due date is January 22nd. It will be available for a while after that, but there is a deadline. Okay, and it tells you how long it's available. Don't wait till the last minute. Don't try to do all the work of the course at the end. You won't be doing quality work and you will not do well. It's important that you work through the lessons in sequence, because what you learn in one lesson, you need to carry over to the next lesson, and in some cases, to much later lessons. For example, in lesson 2.3, we're going to look at the Mesopotamian law code of Hammurabi. Well, when we get down to lesson 2.6, that includes some of the Hebrew laws, and we're going to compare them to what's in the Code of Hammurabi in the earlier lesson. So each lesson builds on what goes before. Now, as I'm recording this and I'm in student view, you won't actually see this kind of magenta bar at the bottom of the page. There will be other modules there. They'll go up the first week of classes, but I haven't got them there yet. I want to make this video so I can have everything accessible to you to start classes on Monday. But trust me, it'll be there. Okay. You're going to be working from this modules tab.